Right, here we go. It's been a while. Let's move that a bit closer. So this is a bit of a spontaneous one. I'm just going to go over today's price action. So as you can see, today is Tuesday the 15th of October 2024. Let's start with a 4-hour bias. So, sorry, messy chart, a lot of stuff on there. So as you can see, order flow is bearish to begin with. Coming in, this chart looks so messy because it's more my lower time frame chart, but basically we've had break, come back up, retested, comment down, swept liquidity here, invalidated this zone, the internal protected low, and we'll drop down to the 15-minute now, which shows us a bit more. We have an unfilled gap, partial filled gap here on the 15-minute. We had a loss here, which was took off of this 15-minute demand imbalance inducement. Had our internal breaks, high gap. We were targeting the fill because we thought the gap would likely get filled, which it didn't. Price came down, respected the liquidity within this wick and failed to break. We then formed a bit of a consolidation, which was through Asia, no surprise there. Then we had our internal break to the downside, which created this nice 15-minute supply, which we'll get to later. But if we go to the 3-minute, which is where the price action for today was taken from, we can see that we had the internal break, which created that supply zone. We had large imbalance, we had inducement, which was built up throughout the day. We then had this low, which was put in from here, respected the internal protected low. Price then had an internal break of structure. We then came back down, respected this low again, which for me is an IPL setup. So we waited for the rejection candle, which closed bullish. Took an entry at the open of that next candle, which as you can see hit TP for a 1 to 3.3 risk to reward. We were in the setup for 1 hour and 15 minutes and had a break-even criteria met here, which was also an internal break of structure. This then led on to a failed break of structure, which built inducement, which then we had a 3-minute demand zone with an imbalance, which led to the second setup, which was a FBOS setup, which was just a 1 to 2, but price respected the zone, partially filled the imbalance. We had a bullish a bullish candle closure, which then left me to enter on the next candle. Slight bit of drawdown, bit of a range, but then price continued up. Break even was at this high here, which was fine. So that was a 1 to 2, that was a 1 to 3.3, so that's 5.3 R for the day. Price then came up into this supply zone from the 15-minute, which I spoke about earlier, and I wasn't actually on the charts at this time. I had a limit set at this price here, which was 67262, which was missed by 0.5 pips, as you can see by the note attachment. However, price did fill the 0.25 level, and we had a nice bearish candle, a couple of bearish closes, which for me, had I been sat at the chart, this would have been my entry after that bullish candle, and I would have probably had, I'd say, an 8 pip stop to cover the zone, and target was these equal lows here, as you can see across here. So that would have hit for a 1 to 2.59 in the time frame of 1 hour 12 minutes. However, I wasn't at the charts, had the limit, which missed, which was a higher risk to reward, which is sort of what I was going for, and I quite like the middle percentile mitigation, but we missed that. Price did sweep that liquidity, and also if you drop down to the 1 minute, there was also a clear clearer entry as a refinement where we had, where was it, this low here was your internal break, which would make this high your internal protected high, which then leads you to your valid setup would be, if we hide this quickly, you have liquidity here which was swept. We then have your internal protected high, which then was respected within the zone. Candle closed bearish, you would then get an entry here, 4 pip stop loss, which is pretty standard. Target would again be these equal lows as such. That would be a trade, and that would be your refinement entry, which as you can see is a 1 to 5.35 and would have hit in a lot shorter time, 14 minutes, which was, not sure what drove this move because I haven't checked, because I obviously haven't been on the charts. This is when I've come back to the charts, but overall that is today's price action. So yeah, just thought I'd go over that for you and try and just make a bit of a trade recap. So overall it's the 2R and the 3.3R and a missed 3.74, and all of this will be going into the journal. So yeah, hope that helps you guys, and have a good one. Like and subscribe, obviously. Just let me know in the comments anything else that you're interested in me posting, and enjoy. Good luck, have a good week.